Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. GZTV, mic check real quick. We are back. We have our late night video, of course, you guys know. We are going to be talking about the NBA. We had 8 games on. But yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to start by talking about my Celtics. We played the Pistons. Jason Tatum scores 34. The Celtics get a pretty easy win. They win by 12 against the Pistons. A slow start, but he was able to pick it up. Great scoring, great rebounding, decent passing in this one. And yeah, he was a big part. He was throwing it down. Robert Williams was playing good defense. Derek White was hitting all sorts of tough shots. Tatum, not just scoring, but playmaking as well. 34 points, 11 rebounds for Jason Tatum, 33% three-point shooting, 15 points and 15 rebounds for Robert Williams, 23 points for Derek White, who shot 50% from three. So very good performances from those guys. Looking at the Pistons, 21 points for Bogdanovich, probably their best scorer. He shot 50% from the three-point line. Not really much else. Guys like Alec Burks and Isaiah Livers definitely struggled in this game, but yeah, obviously it's a tank team. They're one of the worst teams. They probably are officially the worst team in the NBA right now. So let's just move on from that. Cavs and Wizards, this wasn't much of a game. It was pretty trash. I didn't tune into this at all. Darius Garland and Jared Allen each scored 23. The Cavaliers beat the Wizards by 23. Great scoring for those two. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell, great scoring for him as well. And yeah, they're able to win big time. Great alley-oop finishes for Donovan Mitchell. Jared Allen getting to the rim, throwing it down. A fan gave Daniel Gafford a pregame lob. That was a cool little moment, I guess nobody really talks about that stuff, but it's cool, Donovan Mitchell playing some good defense. Darius Garland setting up guys like Evan Mobley to get some good shots to fall. But yeah, 23 points for Jared Allen, 23 for Darius Garland. He shot 60% overall, and 21 points for Donovan Mitchell. He shot 33% from three, 50% overall. Wizards played terrible. I'm going to be honest. They played really bad. Guys like Corey Kispert especially. Not a great game for Kispert in this one. He's really my only complaint. There wasn't they played bad, let's be honest. There wasn't a good performer, but Corey Kispert is really my only complaint there. You can't be known for three-point shooting and go 0 for 5, but let's talk about the Clippers and Nets, because my goodness, what a run we're getting out of Cam Thomas. Clippers surge late, overcome Cam Thomas's 47. They're able to beat the Nets by 8. Man. Cam Thomas can't do it all himself. We know that Kyrie's gone. There's no KD on the court. And guys, this team is 32-21. They can still give KD a break, but great scoring for both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard in this one. Cam Thomas had the best game of his career. Let's be honest, it was absolutely insane. This was his first full start where he wasn't coming off the bench. They eased him into it. He came in after Kyrie left, put up 40, and they're like, you know what? Let's put him in the lineup and give him actual minutes, and he ended up having the best game of his career. I'm really excited to see how things are moving forward with Cam Thomas. I'm all for his campaign. They're playing the Suns tomorrow, so I might tune into that. He was going crazy. He lost, but dazzling performance. Deep threes, tough shots, getting through defense. Kawhi Leonard was nailing some shots. Terrence Mann had a nasty dunk. 29 points for Paul George. He shot 50% from the field. 24 points for a 75% three-point shooting. Kawhi Leonard, 19 points and 12 rebounds for Zubac, who shot 67% overall. This is just a good team. It's a hard team to beat when you don't have an all-star out there. Nick Claxton, 15 points, 16 rebounds. Shout out to Edmund Sumner. He's had a couple of good games this year. He had 23 points off of 67% three-point shooting. And Cam Thomas, though, 47. He's got a bright career. The future's looking really bright. Obviously, Joe Harris, Yuta Watanabe, Patty Mills, just guys like that. They had pretty bad performances. They weren't really out there doing much. But yeah, Cam Thomas didn't get hardly any help. I mean, he did. I mean, Edmund Sumner and Nicholas Claxton are part of this young core. They've been playing pretty good, but Spurs Bulls, not even a competition. Terrible game. I watched a little bit of it. It was good for a while, and then it just turned terrible. Nikola Vucevic and Andre Drummond come up big. The Bulls beat the Spurs by 24. Nikola Vucevic could be playing for another team by the end of the week. The same goes for Andre Drummond as the NBA's trade deadline approaches. So it's going to be interesting to kind of go around the NBA and look at players that are on the verge of a new team, maybe, and on the verge of a change, and see how they're playing. But I mean, I don't know. Andre Drummond throwing it down again and again. Goran Dragic, I mean, being a catalyst for those throwdowns. I mean, he was passing the ball pretty well. Nikola Vucevic hitting from three. Keldon Johnson was able to play some good defense, turn it into offense. He had 21 off of 67% overall shooting. You know, Keita Bates-Diop, Isaiah Roby, Zach Collins, Dougie McBuckets, the Stanimal. You know, guys like that. There's all sorts of guys that could have played better for the Spurs. They just never do. And obviously this isn't a great basketball team. I understand that. But yeah, 22 points, 12 rebounds for a 33% three-point shooting Vucevic. You get 20 points for Zach LaVine. He shot 50% overall. And man, one of Andre Drummond's best games since, like, leaving the Pistons, let's be honest. I mean, 21 points, 15 rebounds, didn't miss a single shot. I'm talking efficiency-wise. I'm sure he's had some stat monsters, like, outside of Detroit. But, yeah. Let's just move on, though. We have the Kings and the Rockets, another garbage game. There were a decent amount of throwaway games. Keegan Murray hits 8 three-pointers as the Kings beat the Rockets by 20. The best scoring night for Keegan Murray's career, and this is the best a Kings rookie has looked in terms of the three-point line. So, yeah, breaking all sorts of barriers. Coming into this game, the Kings lost 2 straight, so they knew they had to come out here and play some good basketball. Yeah, shout out to Keegan Murray. That's crazy that 30's his career high, but shout out to him. He's just going to keep breaking that, I'm sure. He's a very good basketball player. Malik Monk was passing the ball. Keegan Murray throwing it down. De'Aaron Fox hitting a couple floaters. Jalen Green getting some tough shots to fall. 17 points and 10 assists for Domantas Sabonis. He shot 50% from 3, 70% from the field. Probably one of the most efficient players in the NBA. Yeah, 30 points for Keegan Murray. He shot 67% from the three-point line, and obviously Malik Monk is a great bench piece, putting up 20 points off of 50% overall shooting. You look at the Rockets, you get 27 points out of Jalen Green, and that's literally the end of it. I don't have too many complaints. I mean, their starters played well. Obviously, they have a shit bench, but it's the Rockets. I'm not really going to complain about them too much at this point. Yeah. Moving on to the Mavs and the Jazz. Josh Green and Jeff Hardy helped the Mavs surprise the Jazz by 13 without Luka Doncic. They're having some young guys step up, and this is what's going to help keep their season on the up and up here as Luka sits. Kyrie Irving hadn't arrived yet, and Luka Doncic was out, so it was time for the Dallas youngsters to shine and really show what they're made of. Because come playoff time, you're going to need pivotal minutes from guys like that. Reggie Bullock. Getting the wide open, throwing it down. Josh Green had probably the best game of his career. You know, he was throwing it down. Lauri Markkanen was playing some good defense. Same with JaVale McGee. I really like that JaVale McGee is still in the league. Obviously, he was mean for like the Shaq and Fool and whatnot, but man, I still like Shaq as or JaVale as a player. He didn't play great, but I mean, he had a couple good moments, I guess. Who am I kidding? Dwight Powell, 12 points, 16 rebounds, 80% from the field. He stepped up as well. I mean, 29 points for 50% three-point shooting. Jalen Green. Man, great game off the bench for Jeff Hardy. Jalen Hardy. What the hell? Not Jeff Hardy. Jaden Hardy. Why did I say Jeff Hardy? The WWE superstar? No, we're good. 29 points for him. He shot 67% overall. He played great. Looking at the Jazz, 10 points, 11 assists for a 50% shooting Mike Conley, 26 points for Jordan Clarkson, and that about wraps it up. And to be fair, I think the Mavs just played a better game. It's just simply put. Moving on, though, we have the Thunder and the Warriors. I thought this was going to be a decent game, and Klay Thompson said, fuck it, I am Game 6 Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson scores 42 points with 12 threes. The Warriors destroy the Thunder. With a star teammate like Steph Curry sideline, Klay Thompson kept shooting and took care of the offensive load the Warriors were missing without their reigning NBA Finals MVP. He came out there and he showed out. Great three-pointing, great scoring. This man Jordan Poole smacking from way downtown. Dante DiVincenzo had a couple of big three-pointers. And Andrew Wiggins was hitting some tough shots, and he also had some crazy finishes. Shea Gilgeous had 20 points. The one-man show is back at it again. The Jalen Williams with the wide didn't play well. Who else? Like Mike Muscala. Guys like Mike Muscala did not play that well. Mike Muscala and Jalen Williams. I mean, honestly, both of the Jalen Williams while you're at it. But looking at the Warriors, 42 points for Klay Thompson. The dude shot 75% from three. Another one of those vintage Klay Thompson performances. Jordan Poole had a great game as well. 21 points, 12 assists, 50% three-point shooting. The team shot 52% from the three. There's not a lot of teams in the league that can do that. Man, they played incredible. This was just a really good game for the Warriors, but obviously there are definitely some things that I would say that the Thunder need to step up on. Their screen defense, just their defense in general. They don't have good defense at all, and it's easy. It's not easy to be a good defensive team, but it's something you can change. Bucks Trailblazers, very disappointing game. There were a lot of bad games tonight, honestly. Bucks beat the Trailblazers by 19 for their 8th straight win, probably the best and the hottest team in the NBA. Great scoring for Brook Lopez. Man, Brook Lopez played great. Giannis had like a solo alley-oop. Anthony Simons got some tough shots again and again. He was playing his heart out for the Trailblazers. Chris Middleton was dishing the rock. Like a 45-foot shot for Dame went in. This was a really good game for the Bucks. I mean, 24 points, 13 rebounds for Giannis, 27 points for Brook, 40% three-point shooting, 75% overall, and 20 points for Drew Holiday. They have just been playing amazing. This team has been looking great, and yeah. 28 points for Damian Lillard, 21 points for a 50% shooting Anthony Simons, and that about wraps it up. Shaedon Sharpe did not play well at all. Definitely expected a lot more from Shaedon Sharpe, but it is what it is. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I think that is going to do it for tonight's action. If there were more interesting games, if there were more interesting storylines, we'd be talking about this a lot more in depth. But taking a look at tomorrow, let's see here. I mean, the Suns and Nets will be decent because they're equally matched. Hawks, Pelicans won't be a bad game. Timberwolves, Nuggets will be solid. Honestly, Thunder, Lakers will be very interesting to look at the play-in implications. But, yeah, I'm out, guys. Have a good rest of your night.